All right, we're live here at Herbert Hoover High School. Having technical difficulties with the app this evening. It's being a little frustrating with me. It's not letting me put my original scoreboard on there. So this is your scoreboard for the evening and inning. So I apologize. Gotta love technology. Logan is up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. As we are in the bottom of the first. May have to move a little bit here. We're having quite a few issues here at Herbert Hoover High School with the technology. That's popped out to center for first out as I'm still trying to get focused in here. We're right here with the coach. Don't really like that too well.
Now batting for the Huskies.
Guys, we're going to do some moving here. We're on the move, so if you're watching, it's not a very good place to go live up here. There's a lot of different locations, but it's just so tight. It's hard to go live in certain locations, and we're having technical difficulties with the scoreboard cam. But we're on the move here. I'll give you a nice view of the beautiful sky as we're walking over here to get on the other side away from the third base coaches, which is he's right in front of us there, and I don't think they like that very well. I know I wouldn't. So give me a minute or two. I don't want to stop the live stream because I don't want to mess anything up, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. We're live right here at Herbert Hoover High School. Apologize. We're having some technical difficulties with the equipment. The scoreboard cam is not wanting to cooperate with me today, as it will not let me bring up my regular app or the regular scoreboard that we use. So this is what we're going to use. There's a rip down third base foul. As Logan right now, we're in the bottom of the first inning. Logan's up 1-0. On the mound for Logan is Garrett Williamson. Connor Lowe's at first base. Jake Ramey's at second. At third is Dawson Maynard. At short is Carson Kirk. At second base is Cole Blankenship. And left to right in the outfield is Corbin Bostic, Aiden Slack, and Ryan Roberts. Counts 3-2 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Logan's up 1-0. Hoover does have runners on the corners at first and third. The 3-2 pitch from Williamson. Runner goes, ground ball, foul toward the third base side. Again, I apologize. This is the scoreboard we're going to be using for the day. Maybe in between innings I'll give it a try to see if it'll let me change it, but it's not looking good. We're going to shorten it up a little bit too. All right, here we go. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and third. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Garrett Williamson gets out of the innings. We got 1 inning in the books here at Herbert Hoover High School. We'll be right back here in a moment. Logan's up 1-0.
Leading off for Logan, number 19, Connor Lowe.
Now up to bat for Logan, leading off here in to begin the second inning is Connor Lowe for Logan High School. As we're having quite a bit of difficulties here with this score cam app for some reason on the iPad. It's working good on my phone.
Yeah.
Connor Lowe is in there and looks ball 1, so it counts 1-0. There's a high fly ball. Foul? Yes. Almost hit a car. Connor Lowe's looking at a 1-1 count as we begin the top of the second inning. Now my pencil wants to give me a hard time. There's a line drive right up the middle, but fielded cleanly by the shortstop and over to first on the 6-3. Bostic on a hard hit, but goes to the shortstop.
Now batting for Logan, number 9.
And that will be the first out of the inning for Logan. That's going to bring up Ryan Roberts for Logan. There's a hard shot up the middle, again fielded cleanly by the shortstop over on the 6-3. So back-to-back nice plays by the shortstop, as he's responsible for these 2 outs that we have already here in the first part of the second inning. The young man playing shortstop is Colin Lindsay. That brings up Jared Burnett for Logan. That hits in there for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike on Burnett here in the top of the second inning. I will change the inning on the scoreboard here in a moment. One ball, 2 strikes on Burnett with 2 outs here in the top of the second. The 1-2 pitch. That's in the dirt, 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jared Burnett. Here in the second inning. The 2-2. Fouled back, stays alive. Still 2-2. And what is a rematch of last year's state semifinals in the state tournament at Appalachian Power Park. And here comes the 2-2 to Jared Burnett. And that hits him. Yeah, don't try to block it. So Jared, as he tried to instinct, put your hands back there to protect yourself, but in the rule of baseball, let that thing hit your little butt cheek a little bit softer. Balls hit wrist and bone, it hurts. Hopefully he's okay. Jared's tough. All right, Carson Kirk comes up with 2 outs and a runner at first. Here in the top of the second inning, Logan up 1-0. And that hits him. So back-to-back hit by pitches. Puts a runner in scoring position for Logan with Jared Burnett at second base. And that's going to bring up the top of the lineup with Aiden Slack coming in. As Aiden Slack comes up for Logan with runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning.
Let's go, Aiden.
That misses outside, making it 1-0. One ball, no strikes on Aiden Slack with runners at first and second. Here's the 1-0. That's in the dirt, 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes on Slack here with runners at first and second. Here in the top of the second inning. The 2-0 pitch. And that hits him. That's 3 straight batters hit by a pitch. Now has loaded the bases here with 2 outs. In the top of the second. So we got 3 back-to-back hit by pitches. And that's going to bring up the hot bat, Jake Ramey, for Logan. As we got a mound visit. I'm going to mute and be right back. All right, here we go. Jake Ramey's in there. We've got bases loaded for Logan here in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch to Ramey. That's high, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes on Jake Ramey with a 1-0 score here in the top of the second. Logan is threatening again with 2 outs. They got bases loaded, all put on by hit by pitch. That hits the inside corner, making it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Ramey. Gets on top of it and chops it back foul, making it 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jake Ramey. As Logan trying to add some more runs here in the top of the second as they got bases loaded. Got Aiden Slack at first, got Carson Kirk at second, and Jared Burnett at third. And at the plate is Jake Ramey. And that misses, as that was a little close as well, making it 2-2 on Jake Ramey. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the second. Ground ball up the middle, fielded cleanly by the second baseman. And on the fielder's choice, 4-6. The top part of the second inning is in the books. Logan still up 1-0. We're going to the bottom of the second. We'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the bottom of the second inning here at Herbert Hoover High School. Logan is up 1-0. And coming up to bat for Herbert Hoover is Ryan Beasley, number 12. I know this family very well. He is a very good young man, and their family is awesome, awesome people. Looks at outside pitch, making it 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on Beasley. There's a ground ball toward third, fielded cleanly by Maynard over to first, and on the 5-3, Logan has 1 out on the board.
Now batting for the Huskies, the designated hitter.
Brings up designated hitter Caleb Hackney here in the bottom of the second inning. Logan up 1-0. That pitch gets in there for strike 1. Makes it 0-1 on Hackney. The 0-1 pitch from Williamson. That breaks in there too, 0-2. Nice pitch. No balls, 2 strikes on Hackney here in the bottom of the second inning. The 0-2. Breaking ball misses in the dirt, making it 1 ball and 1 strike on Caleb Hackney. Logan got their run in the first inning on a sac fly as McCormick Ilderton was able to cross the plate. And here's the 1-2. Fouled back, still stays 1-2. It's driving me crazy that I don't have my regular scoreboard on here, but for some reason it's giving me fits, and this is what we're going with. Right, we've got 1 ball, 2 strikes. He fouls that off to stay alive. Still 1-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Logan up 1-0. Garrett Williamson on the mound for Logan tonight. The 1-2. Misses outside, making it 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Caleb Hackney. Got him on the high pitch. He swings and chases it for strike 3. That's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting for the Huskies, the right fielder, number 11, Andrew Rollison.
That brings up number 11, Andrew Rollison for Herbert Hoover, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Pitch is high, 1-0, so it makes it 1 ball, no strikes on Rollison. The 1-0 pitch from Williamson. Inside, 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes on Rollison here in the bottom of the second. The 2-0 pitch. That's right in there, 1-2. Or excuse me, 2-1 now. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Rollison with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Logan up 1-0. Here's the 2-1, swings and misses. Nice pitch by Williamson, makes it 2-2. The 2-2 from Williamson. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Still stays 2-2. Logan coming off a big victory last night over Nitro, winning 15-0 with Dawson hitting a home run and Corbin Bostic hitting 2 home runs last night. And here's the pitch from Williamson. Breaking ball is hit deep toward left and at the fence. Corbin literally fell into the fence, but made the catch to end the second inning. Nice job, Corbin Bostic. So we got 2 innings in the books here at Herbert Hoover High School. Your score is 1-0 Logan. We'll be right back.
Batting for the Wildcats,
Not right there, you're not.
Dawson
I
Maynard.
don't think so. I see your hand a little bit at that corner. Yeah, you're fine. All right, Dawson Maynard steps in to begin the third inning here at Herbert Hoover High School. Logan up 1-0. And there's a miss outside, making it 1-0 on Dawson Maynard. Two balls, no strikes on Dawson Maynard. The 2-0 pitch. That gets in there for strike one, making it 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Dawson Maynard to begin the top of the third inning. Logan up 1-0 on a sac fly that scored McCormick Ilderton in the first inning. And there is a deep shot by Dawson Maynard. And that is a shot for the third straight game. Dawson Maynard has hit a home run. Nice job, Dawson Maynard, as he absolutely smoked that ball. That was a no-doubter. That's the one you just watch it go. Nice job, Dawson Maynard. 5th home run of the year, 3rd straight game with the home run. Now puts Logan up 2-0 here in the top of the third inning. Now Logan's up 2-0 with no outs. And now Bostic up. And he shows bunt and pulls back. No balls, 1 strike on Bostic as he rips one right at me. Literally hit the fence right in front of me. Man, did you see that? I didn't even move. That ball come right at me. Why is it when I'm always on the road, as that hits Corbin Bostic, I'm always on the road, the ball always wants to come to me if I'm on the left side? All right, we got a score of 2-0 here in the top of the third inning. Logan is up. We got Corbin Bostic at first on the hit by pitch yet again. Now that's going to bring up Garrett Williamson for Logan, as Maynard just homered in his 3rd straight game as he hit a monster shot out of left field. I'll tell you a funny story there. Bostic and Beasley at first base will be summer ball teammates. As Bostic, as the pitch gets by the catcher, Bostic now at second. So Logan's got a runner in scoring position now with no outs here in the top of the third inning. With Garrett Williamson at the plate for Logan. And Bostic at second. As Bostic last night hit 2 home runs in the game, one of them a grand slam. As Logan's trying to get on fire right before the sectionals, and they've been clicking very well over the last few games. Bunt by Williamson is foul. That makes it 0-1. So no balls and, excuse me, it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Garrett Williamson here in the top of the third inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bostic at second. That's low, making it 2-1, so 2 balls and 1 strike on Garrett Williamson. Logan up now 2-0 on the solo home run by Dawson Maynard to begin the top part of the third inning. And here comes the 2-1 pitch to Williamson with Bostic at second. That's inside. Bostic's going 3, and he is out. Possibly. He is now. So the ball bounced back off the pad to the catcher, and Bostic is out in the rundown between third and second there. So right now we got 1 out here in the top of the third inning now, as Garrett Williamson looks at 3 balls and 1 strike. Nobody on. That misses outside, so Williamson is walked.
Now batting for Logan, number 19, Connor Lowe.
Brings up Connor Lowe, who grounded out to short his last time up. As Williamson is at first with 1 out. Connor Lowe steps in. Here in the top of the third, Logan up 2-0. The 1-0. That's in the dirt. Throw down to first. He's safe. Counts 2-0 now on Connor Lowe, with Williamson at first with 1 out and a 2-0 count on Connor Lowe. That misses, as now it is 3-0. Short backstop here at Herbert Hoover High School. There is a shot by Connor Lowe. Deep shot by Connor, but you're talking 375 out there, and come up about 20 foot short maybe. And we got 2 outs now here in the top of the third. And that brings up Ryan Roberts for Logan. That's outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes on Ryan Roberts here in the top of the third. Logan up 2-0. Roberts swings and misses, making it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Ryan Roberts here in the top of the third. Williamson's at first. The 1-1. Stays off of it. Makes it 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Ryan Roberts with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. As Roberts settles in, they throw back over to first, and he is safe. No ball, excuse me, 2 balls, 1 strike to Ryan Roberts. And that sticks on the inside corner, making it 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the top of the third inning. Logan up 2-0. Roberts chops one toward third.
Come on.
And Roberts is on with a single. As he gets the hit and advances Williamson to second to put him in scoring position. That brings up Jared Burnett for Logan with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning, but Logan's got runners at first and second. Up 2-0 here in the top of the third. As Williamson, who's a pitcher, will get a courtesy runner. And that will be Chad Burnett.
Courtesy runner for Logan, number 5, Chad Burnett.
All right, to start off the top part of this third inning, Dawson Maynard hit a monster shot out of left field. A solo home run, his 3rd straight game with a homer. His 5th on the year. to give Logan a 2-0 lead. As Jared Burnett steps in, we've got Ryan Roberts at first and Chad Burnett at second. That's high. Gets by the catcher, and Chad Burnett is able to advance to third, so Logan's got runners on the corners here, first and third with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Here's the 1-0 to Burnett. That's outside, 2-0. All right, 2 balls, no strikes on Jared Burnett. And you got runners on the corners here for Logan. That's high, making it 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes with 2 outs here at the top of the third inning. Logan's got runners at first and third. And that walks him. So bases are loaded for Logan High School, and that brings up Carson Kirk.
Now batting for Logan, number 7, Carson Kirk.
For Logan, as you got bases loaded here with 2 outs in the top of the third. As Carson Kirk steps in with runners on the bases. Logan trying to do some more damage here with 2 outs as Kirk steps in. That's outside, making it 1-0, so 1 ball, no strikes on Carson Kirk. Again, bases are loaded. You got Jared Burnett at first, Ryan Roberts at second, and Chad Burnett at third. As Kirk chases that one, making it 1-1, so 1 ball, 1 strike on Carson Kirk. That gets by the catcher, but no advancement of runners. As again, this is a very short backstop here at Herbert Hoover High School. It's about the only time you can advance is if the ball goes left to right. Nothing straight back. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs on Carson Kirk with bases loaded. The 2-1. Fouls back, out of play. Watch out, watch out, watch out! As that ball hit right on here, right on top of this little fence right here. Right there, hit right there. Again, I'm a ball magnet. There's a rip foul right down by us. What's up, buddy? Ryan. There's Ryan. Good kid. I know him well. All right, 2-2 on Kirk, the 2-2-2. As bases are loaded. Getting their signals straightened out to make sure they're on the same page with bases loaded and 2-2 on the board with 2 outs. Logan up 2-0 here in the top of the third inning. Here's the bases loaded, 2-2-2. And that hits him, and that will score a run. That's a run batted in for Carson Kirk.
Carson, I told you, breakout game. This is it.
And that puts Logan up 3-0. And that brings up Aiden Slack with bases still loaded and 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. All right, Aiden Slack up to bat for Logan. Logan now up 3-0. And that's pop foul right behind us toward the river. And it is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. No balls, one strike. Here in the top of the third inning. No balls, one strike on Aiden Slack with bases loaded. You got Carson Kirk at first. We got Jared Burnett at second. And at third is Ryan Roberts, who reached on a single. Carson, again, hit by a pitch. Now brings up Aiden Slack with an 0-1 count. And that misses outside, making it 1 ball and 1 strike on Aiden Slack. So the 1-1 count with bases loaded. And he rips one right up the middle, fielded cleanly by the second baseman. Hard hit ball, but fielded nicely. And on the 4-6 fielder's choice, that will end the top part of the third inning. Logan up 3-0 as we head to the bottom part of the third. We'll be right back. All right, we are ready to begin the bottom of the third inning here at Herbert Hoover High School. Logan up 3-0. That brings up the shortstop and 9-hole hitter for Herbert Hoover, Colin Lindsley. Garrett Williamson still on the mound for Logan. All right, we are ready to begin. Sorry about that. Had my live stream going. Check to see if it was going. No balls and 1 strike on Lindsay as the bugs begin to fly here at Herbert Hoover on the riverbank. About to get my off out of the bag. There's an inner for a pitch. It's a nice pitch, making 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes now on Lindsay here in the bottom of the third inning. There's a shot by Lindsay that will fall in for a single into center field. And the leadoff hitter for Herbert Hoover is on with a single.
Now batting for the Huskies, the center fielder, number 4, Clendenin.
And that brings up the leadoff hitter now for Herbert Hoover, the center fielder, number 4, Cole Clendenin. Logan's up 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Hoover's got a runner at first. Garrett Williamson on the mound. Cole Clendenin at the plate. And here is the first pitch to Clendenin. He shows bunt, pulls back. Counts 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on Clendenin.
Go, Garrett.
Bunt is hit straight up in the air, fielded by Lowe, but the umpire says it hit the line and it is foul. And that makes it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So Clendenin gets on with a center field single to start the bottom of the third. We got 1 ball, 1 strike on Clendenin. Excuse me, that was Lindsay that hit the single. Bunt was pulled back, making it 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. As bunt was shown again by Clendenin here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Clendenin. Bunt is laid down foul, making it 2-2. So you probably think now the bunt is off with 2 strikes on Clendenin. All right, the 2-2 pitch to Clendenin. That's high, making it 3-2, so a full count here on Clendenin here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. With Herbert Hoover with a runner at first, no outs. Here comes the full count pitch from Williamson. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice job, Garrett Williamson. And we get the first out on the board with the strikeout by Garrett Williamson. So he barreled down and got it in there. And that's going to bring up the 3rd baseman, Landon Bounds, for Herbert Hoover High School here in the bottom of the 3rd inning with Logan up 3-0 and 1 out. And Hoover's got a runner at first. Bunt is fouled off, making it 0-1, so no balls and 1 strike as the bunt was on with 1 out. I was trying to get him into scoring position, but the bunt goes foul, and your count's 0-1. Logan High School at Herbert Hoover High School, a rematch of last year's semifinal state tournament game, which was a fantastic game last year. All right, here we go. We got no balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and here is the pitch to Bounds. Ripped down 3rd base line. That's fair. And Corbin's pretty on it pretty quick. And there'll be just 1 base advancement for Lindsay as he's now at 2nd. And that's the 2nd hit of the inning for Herbert Hoover. So right now you got runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 out, and that's going to bring up Will Bright for Herbert Hoover. So Will Bright comes up for Herbert Hoover with runners at 1st and 2nd.
Number 23, Bryce Graham.
All right, Will Bright up for Herbert Hoover with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Logan's up 3-0. Herbert Hoover's starting to threaten now. They got runners at 1st and 2nd. And Will Bright at the plate for Hoover. Here's the pitch. It's outside, 1-0, so it makes it 1 ball, no strikes on Will Bright. The 1-0 pitch to Bright. That's right in there, fastball, really nice. Makes it 1-1, so 1 ball, 1 strike. We got 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd with Herbert Hoover having runners at 1st and 2nd. Williamson barrels down to pitch the 1-1 to Bright. Goes back to 2nd, gets by the shortstop, as no advancement will be made as Slack was there on the overthrow, and we definitely know what kind of arm Aiden Slack has, as he was told to stay at 2nd, so no advancement on the throw over. So we still got runners at 1st and 2nd here. The count's still 1-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. And here's the 1-1 pitch to Bright. Breaking ball misses, making it 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
Let's go, Garrett.
On Will Bright. Garrett Williamson on the mound for Logan. So he gets ready to deliver the 2-1 pitch. Here it is. Nice pitch. He stuck right in there. Nice fastball, making it 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here comes the 2-2. Again, goes back to second. He slides in safely. So a 2-2 count here with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Will Bright at the plate for Hoover. And here comes the 2-2 pitch from Williamson. Breaking ball misses a little bit inside, making it 3-2. So we've got a full count now. So we got a full count now on Will Bright with runners at first and second and 1 out. There's a hard hit ball. That might be a gapper, and it is a gapper. And now you've got 1 run scoring. And on the double by Bright, your score is now 3-1. That scores the courtesy runs for Lindsay, pinch front runner. So it's 3-1 now on a double by Will Bright. And that brings up Nate Gursky for Herbert Hoover. And Hoover does have runners at second and third with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Score now 3-1. Logan, and they walk him.
Now batting for the Huskies, the catcher, number 6.
So the intentional walk is put into place to load the bases up to maybe get a double play and get out of this inning. And that brings up Grant Smith, number 6, for Herbert Hoover with bases loaded and 1 out. Logan up 3-1. As Oliver is the head coach here at Herbert Hoover High School. Good man, know him very well. He brings in what seems to be a little bit more speed on the bases for Herbert Hoover. As Gursky steps in, Gursky is walked intentionally, and now you have Grant Smith coming up for Herbert Hoover. Pitch goes outside, making it 1-0, so 1 ball, no strikes on Grant Smith here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A 3-1 ball game now. The 1-0. Fouled back, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Grant Smith. Got 1 out on the board. Bases are loaded for Herbert Hoover High School. For Grant Smith. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch by Williamson. Breaking ball's high. It makes it 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Grant Smith. 1 out on the board. Bases loaded for Herbert Hoover. And here comes the 2-1 from Williamson. That's high, 3-1. All right, we've got 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. Here, the bottom of the 3rd, Logan up 3-1. Herbert Hoover has bases loaded. And at the plate is Grant Smith. And here comes the 3-1 pitch from Williamson. Popped up, foul. And it's coming right here in front of us. Making it 3-2, so we got a full count now with 1 out. So 3-2, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, bases loaded. The 3-2 count. Pitch coming from Williamson. As he steps off, fakes back. All right, bases loaded now. Logan still up 3-1. And here's the 3-2 pitch from Williamson. And that's low, walks him. And that makes your game 3-2 now. So the run is walked in. Bases are still loaded with 1 out on the board here in the bottom of the third. And your score is 3-2. And that brings up the dangerous Ryan Beasley for Herbert Hoover High School as Kevin makes a mound visit. We'll take a break here with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Your score now 3-2. And Hoover still threatening as Logan looks to group up and get out of this inning. I'll be right back. All right, we're ready to resume play here with 1 out. At the bottom of the third, Ryan Beasley steps up for Herbert Hoover High School with bases loaded and 1 out on the board. Logan still up 3-2. Here's the pitch. And that misses low, making it 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on Beasley. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Williamson. That's high, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Garrett Williamson. For Williamson. All right, 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's a rip hit by Beasley into the outfield, and he's turning 2, but staying 1. And that scores 2 runs on a 2 RBI single by Ryan Beasley. And runners are at first and third on the corners. And Hoover now takes the lead 4-3 with 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Now up to bat for Herbert Hoover is Caleb Hackney, as we're going to see a pitching change here. And that will be the night for Garrett Williamson, as looks like Chad Burnett's going to come in to take over here in the third inning. We got 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Hoover just now took the lead to make it 4-3. And on the mound is coming Chad Burnett. And we got 1 out with runners on the corners. And I'll be right back. All right, we're ready to resume play here in the bottom of the third inning. Logan High School down now 4-3. And at the plate is Caleb Hackney for Herbert Hoover with runners at first and third. There's a fly ball right here toward Ryan Roberts. And he catches. No, he dropped it. I'm a little confused here. Umpires are figuring it out. All right, so what they're saying is that Roberts did not make the catch. They ruled it that it was not on the exchange, that it was not a catch, that it was a drop. And Beasley is out at second for the second out of the game, or of the inning. So we got 2 outs now. And that's literally going to be ruled like a fielder's choice 9-6 for out number 2 of the inning. And runners are at first and third. And there is a short pop up to short. As the camera zoomed out there.
It's Herbert Hoover 4, Logan 3.
All right. We got 3 innings in the books here at Herbert Hoover High School. Logan's down 4-3. Got to get the bats moving. Be right back. All right, we are ready to start the top of the 4th inning here. Jake Ramey comes up for Logan to lead off the top part of the 4th. Here comes the first pitch to Ramey. Makes it 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes on Ramey. 1 ball, no strikes on Ramey. On the mound for Herbert Hoover is Nate Bursky. Ground ball up the middle, but fielded cleanly by the shortstop. And over to first base. And on the 6-3, there's 1 out.
Now batting for Logan, number 16.
On the board.
Dawson Maynard.
Brings up Dawson Maynard for Logan. One out. Maynard at the plate. Homered his last time up for the third straight game, and he hits a fly ball toward right field, and that's out of the glove. Maynard is at second. All right. So Dawson.
Good hit, Dawson.
Now batting for the Wildcats, number 3, Corbin Boston.
Able to get I believe what was ruled a double on that, because it's not a normal routine fly ball, but either way, I'll rule it a double. Brings up Corbin Bostic for Logan. The tying run right now is at second base, and Dawson Maynard with 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out. As the catcher comes out to talk to the pitcher. One ball, no strikes on Bostic. Dawson Maynard at second. He foul tips it, making it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. I think the catcher took a hit. As the catcher took a shot on the wrist on the backswing, it looked like, by Corbin. Hopefully everything's okay there. I'm going to mute and be right back. All right, we're ready to resume play here. Catcher's okay. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bostic with Maynard. And on the 4-3 fielder's choice.
Now batting for Logan, number 11, Garrett Williams.
Excuse me. Not a fielder's choice. It's a force out. 4-3. 2 outs on the board, but Maynard is at third now. Here in the top of the 4th inning, that brings up Garrett Williamson. He chops 1 foul, making it 0-1, so no balls and 1 strike on Garrett Williamson. All right, no balls, 1 strike on Williamson with a runner at third. That's in the dirt, making it 1-1, so 1 ball, 1 strike on Garrett Williamson. The tying runs at third. We got 2 outs on the board. Logan trailing 4-3 here in the top of the 4th inning as Garrett Williamson settles in to get to 1-1. Makes it 2-1. He misses outside, making it 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th with Dawson Maynard at third. Here's the 2-1. That's low, making it 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike on Garrett Williamson. With Maynard at third. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Chops up toward third, fielded cleanly, over to first, and on the 5-3. That will end the top part of the 4th inning. We are going to the bottom of the 4th. Logan trails 4-3 here as we go to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the bottom of the fourth inning. Coming up to bat for Herbert Hoover is the nine-hole hitter, number 10, Colin Lindsay. Chad Burnett's on the mound for Logan High School. As we begin the bottom of the fourth, Logan is trailing by a score of 4-3. Apologize. My thumb must have hit that on the Logan side. The score is 4-3 Herbert Hoover. As we get ready to start the bottom of the fourth, Chad Burnett on the mound for Logan. Colin Lindsay at the plate for Herbert Hoover. Here's the pitch from Burnett. That misses on the inside, 1-0, so 1 ball, no strikes on Lindsay. That's low, making it 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes on Lindsay here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And that's low and away in the dirt, making it 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes on the leadoff hitter this inning, the 9-hole hitter, number 10, Colin Lindsay. The 3-0 pitch. That hits, making it 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Lindsay. The 3-1. Ground ball hit toward second, fielded cleanly by Williamson, over to first. 1 out on the boards. Nice job, Garrett Williamson. So the 4-3 is in the books, along with 1 out on the board. And that brings up your leadoff hitter, Cole Clendenin. Struck out his last time up. Swings and misses for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. We got 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Logan trails 4-3. That's low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Cole Clendenin at the plate for Herbert Hoover. Swings and misses. Makes it 1-2, so 1 ball, 2 strikes on Clendenin here at the bottom of the fourth inning. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Burnett gets a strikeout and puts 2 outs in the books and on the board. And that's going to bring up number 9, Landon Bounds, who singled his last time up and scored a run. But 2 outs are on the board here at the bottom of the fourth. Nobody on. Swings and misses, makes it 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike, got 2 outs here at Herbert Hoover High School. Logan traveling over to the Elk River to battle the Huskies of Herbert Hoover High School. The 0-1. Right down the pipe. 0-2. Nice pitch. No balls, 2 strikes on Landon Bounds. So Burnett's up in the count. So he tries to close out this inning. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3. That was a nice pitch. We got 4 innings in the books here at Herbert Hoover High School. We are going to the top of the 5th. Got to get these bats moving. Logan's down 4-3. It's rally time. All right, we're ready to start the 5th inning. Connor Lowe comes up to bat for Logan High School to begin the top part of the 5th inning. There's a foul ball down to third base line, making it 0-1, so no balls and 1 strike on Connor Lowe.
Go, Connor Lowe.
The 0-1. That's high, 1-1. Makes it 1 ball, 1 strike on Connor Lowe here in the top part of the 5th inning. That's outside, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike on Connor Lowe. As Lowe settles in with the 2-1 pitch. That's high, 3-1. Logan needs base runners right now in a 3-1 count. So we need to get Connor Lowe on base hit ball 4 here. And that's high and outside, walks him. So the leadoff batter here in the 5th inning, Connor Lowe, is on with a walk. So the tying run is on, and that brings up Ryan Roberts for Logan. Roberts singled his last time up.
Come on, Rhino, find a gap.
I've been waiting for it all night.
Oh, I've been saying it.
I'm not hurt.
The damn ball back there ain't too good.
All right, here we go. Roberts steps in with a runner at first. And that's right down the middle, making it 0-1, so no balls, 1 strike. We have no outs here in the top part of the 5th inning. And it's 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at first here in the top part of the 5th. Shows the 4th on the board, but it is the 5th inning. Guess they forgot to turn it. That's in the dirt. And it throws down to first. It's Lowe is safe. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Ryan Roberts here in the top of the 5th inning. Roberts shows bunt, pulls back. Lowe is safe. It's 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Ryan Roberts. With Connor Lowe at first base and no outs. Logan down 4-3. Shows bunt again. Pulls back. And calls that a strike. Says he went. He pulled back, but the umpire said no. So it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Ryan Roberts. So the bunt will be off here. And here's the 2-2 pitch. And he fouls it back to stay alive, keeping it 2-2. And I keep hitting that score for Logan. I apologize. It's 4-3. I'm going to turn this off so I keep. All right. That's foul tipped. Foul tipped looked like off the end of the bat there. Still 2-2. Got no outs. Connor Lowe's at first. Logan trailing by 1 here in the top part of the 5th inning.
Win the battle, man!
There's a rip by Ryan Roberts into left field. So back-to-back hits by Ryan Roberts in his 2 ABs. As now Logan's got runners at first and second with no outs here in the top part of the 5th. And that brings up Jared Burnett for Logan. Got to think that the bunt may be on here in the top part of the 5th. As Burnett steps in with runners at first and second, no outs here at Herbert Hoover High School. Burnett steps in with Roberts at first and Lowe at second. Shows bunt.
Be smart, man. Don't get picked.
The bunt is foul. No balls, one strike. No balls, one strike on Jared Burnett with runners at first and second. And the bunt is popped back foul, making it 0-2. So now you think the bunt is probably off. So no balls and two strikes with runners at first and second. Logan trying to get one of these runs in, at least to tie this ball game up. I'd like to get them both in, as your score is 4-3 Herbert Hoover. And here's the 0-2 to Burnett as the pitcher steps off. So no balls, two strikes, no outs. Connor Lowe reached on a walk. Ryan Roberts reached on a single. The 0-2 is popped high in the air towards center and caught. No advancement on the runners. And one out is in the book as Burnett flies out to center field.
Batting for Logan, number 7, Carson Kirk.
That brings up Carson Kirk for Logan High School. Been hit by a pitch twice in this game. As Carson settles in with runners at first and second and one out. Misses the bunt, making it 0-1. No balls, one strike. One out. Carson Kirk at the plate for Logan with runners at first and second. Here's the 0-1. Steps off. As you got to think the bunt is probably still on here, even though there's one out on the board. Trying to get these runners at second and third. No balls, one strike, one out. Here in the top part of the fifth inning. Here's the 0-1. And now he looks at strike two, so any chance of a bunt is probably gone now, as the 0-2 count is in effect here with one out and runners at first and second. That's a fly ball right here towards, as it falls foul. As it falls foul, still making the count 0-2 with one out here in the top of the fifth inning. Kirk swings and misses for strike three with two outs on the board now. Logan's got first and second to go to the top of the lineup with Aiden Slack, number 23, the center fielder. With two down, you got runners at first and second here in the top part of the fifth. And Aiden Slack steps up for Logan. That's in the dirt. No one advances, though, making it ball one. So one ball, no strikes, two outs in the top part of the fifth inning. Even though the board says four, it is the fifth. That's in there for strike one, making it 1-1. So one ball, one strike on Slack. There's a ground ball that gets through for a single. Connor Lowe does not advance from third, but bases are loaded on a two-out single by Connor Lowe. Now Maynard comes up with bases loaded. He's already homered once this game. Or excuse me, Jake Ramey comes up. I'm sorry. Jake Ramey, who is a very, very good hitter. There's a mound visit. I think they're probably going to have a pitching change here maybe, or at least a discussion. And while they discuss, we're going to mute. Be right back. All right, we're ready to resume play here in the top part of the fifth inning. Logan has 2 outs on the board. Jake Ramey is coming to the plate with bases loaded. Low at third, Roberts at second, Slack at first. As Ramey comes in. Part of the fifth inning. Here comes the pitch to Ramey. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs on the board. Logan trailing 4-3, but bases loaded here in the top part of the fifth inning. As Ramey settles in and misses, making it 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes on Jake Ramey.
Go, Jake.
Do you give him the green light here, or do you have him take? He's on the take, and it's 3-0. I would take again. As Ramey probably will be on a take right here with bases loaded and a 3-0 count. Pressure's on. Here's the 3-0. Misses. We have a tie ball game here in the top of the fifth inning with 2 outs. We have a walk, and Logan now has tied it up 4-4. And now Maynard, who homered his last time up, is up to bat.
Go D.
As Roberts advances to third, Slacks at second, and McCormick Ilderton at first. Dawson Maynard up for Logan, and he hits that. Is that down? Yes, that's down. Nice hit by Maynard. We got 1 run in. We got 2 runs in. A bases clearing triple by Dawson Maynard. 3 RBIs by Dawson Maynard. Sorry about the camera work. Got excited there as Logan's now taking a 7-4 lead. Maynard has homered and tripled now here in this ball game on a bases clearing triple with 2 outs on the board. Logan has scored 4 runs this inning, and that brings Corbin Bostic up for Logan. Logan now is taking the lead. 4 RBIs tonight for Dawson Maynard. As Bostic steps in and looks at strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Logan's able to put 4 runs with 2 outs on the board to take a 7-4 lead. And Bostic hits a high fly ball toward left. He lost it. Man, what a catch. He was falling down. Nice catch. But the damage is done for Logan, as Logan able to get 4 runs on the board to take back this lead here in the top part of the 5th. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Logan is now up 7-4. We'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the bottom of the 5th inning here at Herbert Hoover High School. Logan has taken back the lead here 7-4. And up to bat for Herbert Hoover is Will Bright, who hit a double his last time up. Again, we apologize for the scoreboard that we're using.
Hi, Chad.
Our app on our iPad is not wanting to cooperate tonight, so we have to go with what it allows me to use, and this is the only scoreboard it's allowing me to use. Will Bright looks at 1 ball and no strikes here as we begin the bottom part of the 5th inning. Logan able to take the lead back on a bases clearing triple by Dawson Maynard, making it 7-4 as Maynard ripped one into right field, landed about 2 foot in from the foul line and able to clear the bases. 2-0 on Will Bright. That's right down in there, hits the outside corner, making it 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike for Chad Burnett. That misses low and away, making it 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on the leadoff hitter this inning, the 3-hole hitter, number 2, Will Bright. So 3 balls, 1 strike on Will Bright. And that's inside. He gets on with a walk. The leadoff hitter gets on for Herbert Hoover with no outs. And that brings up Nate Gursky, who scored a run his last time up. Excuse me, Nate Gursky. Got a runner at first. No outs.
Yeah.
Strike 1. Nice pitch by Chad Burnett makes it 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No outs on the board. That's in the dirt. Making the count 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Gursky. With Bright at first and no outs. Here comes the 1-1 from Burnett. Shows bunt, pulls back, pitches inside, making it 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Gursky. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 2-1 from Burnett. Swings and misses, makes it 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Gursky. As Chad Burnett on the mound for Logan High School settles in to deliver the 2-2 pitch. He's able to foul the breaking ball off to stay alive, still stays 2-2. Here we go, the 2-2 pitch from Burnett to Gursky. That's in the dirt, making a full count. So 3 balls and 2 strikes on Gursky here with no outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Will Bright able to get on base with a walk. And now Gursky has a full count as Burnett tries to barrel down and get a strikeout here. Maybe even a double play. As Burnett does not like the ball that he has, he switches out and is now back on the mound again. All right, here's the full count pitch to Gursky. Strike 3 looking. Nice pitch by Chad Burnett. That's the first out of the inning, but a much-needed strikeout on a 3-2 count. Puts 1 out on the board and brings up Grant Smith, who walked his last time up.
Now batting for the Huskies, the catcher, number 6.
So 1 out is on the board on the strikeout by Chad Burnett. That brings up Grant Smith for Herbert Hoover. With the runner still at first here in the bottom of the 5th. Burnett gets him to foul 1 back, making it 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike on Grant Smith here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Logan able to take the lead back in the top of the 5th on a bases-clearing triple by Dawson Maynard. Getting 3 RBIs and hit a home run earlier, so he's got 4 RBIs on the night. Runner goes, but he is safe. So Hoover has a runner in scoring position with 1 out. And the count on the board is 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Come on, Chad.
Here in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-1. That's outside. Making it 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch was a little bit outside. Runner does not advance. And here comes the 2-1 pitch from Chad Burnett. There's a high fly ball foul toward the third base side. Makes it 2-2 on Grant Smith. So 2 balls, 2 strikes
Chad.
on Grant Smith. Runner at second here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out on the board. Grant Smith at the plate, and here's the pitch from Burnett. That's low. Makes it a full count now, so you got 3-2 on Grant Smith. 1 out is on the board. Got a 3-2 count. Logan up 7-4. Hoover has a runner at second. And here comes the full count pitch from Burnett. That's low, walks him. So now Hoover has runners at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Ryan Beasley comes up for Herbert Hoover, who hit a 2 RBI single his last time up. So with 1 out, you got runners at first and second here in the bottom of the 5th. Ryan Beasley comes to the plate for Herb Hoover. That's low, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on Beasley here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's in the dirt, and the runners do advance on the pitch in the dirt. So now a 2-0 count. Also, you got runners at second and third now for Herbert Hoover with 1 out on the board. And a 2-0 count to Ryan Beasley. The 2-0 pitch to Beasley. That's a high fly ball here toward foul, but over in the river. Makes it 2-1. That is a fish ball now. 2 balls, 1 strike, as that one ends up in the Elk River over there.
Come on, Chad.
The 2-1 from Burnett. Ground ball toward short, fielded cleanly by Kirk. And on the fielder's choice, on a nice play by Carson Kirk, on the 6-5 tag out, a runner scores, but Logan gets 2 outs on the board on the 6-5 fielder's choice tag out. So 2 outs now. Logan up 7-5 here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Caleb Hackney up to bat for Herbert Hoover High School. With a runner at first. That's in there for strike 1. So 0-1 on Hackney, who was struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice. The 0-1 pitch with 2 outs on the board. Big lead off at first. He's going. Here's the throw. And he's safe. Seen that one coming. So Beasley is able to steal second. And with 2 outs, Hackney has an 0-2 count here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. There's a single by Hackney, landed, and it gets through the legs of Ryan Roberts. That's going to score Beasley, but we might have a play here at second, and he is out. There's a nice throw by Ryan Roberts, gets Hackney on the extension, but the run does count. As your score now is 7-6 at the end of the 5th inning here. We're going to the 6th inning. Nice play by Ryan Roberts to recover and get the out at second. But we got 5 innings in the books here at Herbert Hoover High School. Your score, Logan 7, Herbert Hoover 6. We'll be right back. All right, we're ready to begin the 6th inning here at Herbert Hoover High School in what's been an outstanding ball game. And you wouldn't expect anything less from these two squads, as these two teams are in the top 10, made the state tournament last year and played in what was probably really the most exciting AA game at the state tournament last year. And Logan able to get that victory and head on to the state championship game and get a state championship under their belt. Garrett Williamson steps in, looks at strike 1, so no balls and 1 strike here in the top part of the 6th inning. The 0-1. That is in the dirt, making it 1-1, so 1 ball, 1 strike on Garrett Williamson in a 7-6 ball game. One ball, 1 strike on Williamson. Ground ball foul to the third base side makes it 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Williamson as he's leading off the top part of the 6th inning here at Herbert Hoover High School. As Garrett settles in. Breaking ball misses, making it 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Williamson here as he's leading off the top part of the 6th inning. Logan up 7-6. The 2-2 to Williamson. Able to stay alive as he foul tips it back to make it still 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Williamson steps in to take a 2-strike approach here as he's leading off the top part of the 6th inning. As he rips one down third base, foul. As he waited on the curveball to come in and hit it just a little too hard, pulled it just a little bit too much. Still 2-2. No outs here in the top of the 6th inning as Williamson's leading off here with a 2-2 count. And he rips one right up the middle there for a single. Into left field as Williamson gets a hit on the night.
Now batting for Logan, number 19, Connor Lowe.
So the leadoff hitter is on here in the top part of the 6th inning. That's going to bring up Connor Lowe, who was walked, flew out and grounded out to short. All right, here we go. No outs, runner at first. As that gets by the catcher, but again, it's a short backstop And if it goes straight back, it'll bounce right back to you. So Williamson does not advance on the wild pitch. 1-0 count for Lowe now. 1 ball, no strikes. With Williamson at first. And here's the pitch. Shows bunt, but misses. Makes it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Connor Lowe. Here in the top part of the 6th inning. No outs are on the board. No outs are on the board here. 1-1 count. Williamson. As Lowe looks at ball 2, making it 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here at the top of the 6th. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Lowe. Now it's in there for strike, 2-2. So 2-2, no outs. Williamson able to start the inning off with a single as he's on first base. The 2-2. As he rips one over the shortstop's head, and there's a single. So Connor Lowe puts a hit in the books for him. And now we got runners at first and second. So Logan back-to-back hits to start off the top part of the 6th inning. That brings up Ryan Roberts, who has 2 hits on the night, as he's 2 for 3.
Running for Logan, number 6.
He's grounded to short and then has 2 singles. As we take a look at Garrett Williamson at second base. Got Chase Hatfield courtesy running. Or excuse me, pinch running for Connor Lowe. We'll take a look at Chase here, number 6. All right, Logan's getting some things moving here in the top part of the 6th inning. There's no outs on the board. And we got runners at first and second on back-to-back hits by Garrett Williamson and Connor Lowe. As Ryan Roberts, who's 2 for 3 on the night, steps in the batter's box. Roberts lays a beautiful bunt. Calls him out, but Ryan Roberts does a sack bunt that moves over the runners to second and third. And the thing about a sack bunt is it don't hurt your batting average. Nice job, Ryan Roberts, as that was close to bringing the first baseman off the bag. But to no avail, it's 1 out on the board as Jared Burnett comes up, who was flew out to center and been hit by a pitch. But we got runners at second and third with 1 out. And that's outside, a little bit low, making it 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on Jared Burnett here in the top part of the 6th. Logan threatening with 2 runners in scoring position at second and third with Jared Burnett at the plate. Calls that strike, making it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Burnett. The 1-1. That's in the dirt. No one advances. No one advances. Makes it 2-1 as Doug Williamson, the first base coach, yelling at the second baseman, telling him to stay. Kevin over there telling Williamson to stay, doing their jobs. 2-1 from Burnett is missed outside, making it 3-1. So Jared Burnett now has 3 balls, 1 strike. And even though there's 3 balls and 1 strike on the board, you got to think he's got the green light here with runners at second and third. The 3-1 as he walks him. So Burnett able to get on and load the bases up with 1 out. Here in the top part of the 6th inning, Carson Kirk coming up to bat for Logan. All right. Let's give you the rundown real quick. We're in the top of the 6th. We have 1 out on the board. Bases are loaded. Burnett at first. Chase Hatfield at second. Williamson at third. In the batter's box is Carson Kirk. Here we go. Inside on Kirk, making it 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. As Logan's trying to add some more runs here in the top part of the 6th with bases loaded. The 1-0 to Kirk. Swings and misses, makes it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Carson Kirk. Here in the top part of the 6th inning. 1 out on the board. Here's the 1-1 to Kirk. Fouls 1 off, making it 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Carson Kirk. Bases are loaded for Logan. We have 1 out on the board. Carson Kirk has a 1-2 count as we try to get some of these runs in. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Kirk. He swings, and that's out number 2. And that brings up Aiden Slack, who has singled up his last time up with 2 outs. Here now in the top part of the 6th inning. Logan's got bases loaded right here in the top part of the 6th. They got 2 outs on the board. Aiden Slack steps in. As Logan scored 4 runs last inning on 2 outs. That gets outside on Slack, making it 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on Aiden Slack. As Aiden settles in for the 1-0 pitch. Misses outside, making it 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes on Aiden Slack here. So now we got 2 outs on the board. Bases are loaded. And Aiden Slack has a 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's in the dirt, making it 3-0. So now you know the take is probably going to be on with a 3-0 count. And 2 outs and bases loaded here in the top part of the 6th inning. The 3-0. And that's right down the middle, 3-1. So now you got to think Slack's got the green light here with a 3-1 count and bases loaded and 2 outs. Here's the 3-1 to Slack. He swings and misses. Now we got a full count, 2 outs. Base runners will be moving. On the full count, 2-out pitch. Here we go. Runners should be running. That's high, walks him. So Logan gets another run here on the walk. And bases are still loaded for the ever dangerous Jake Ramey. That's now Hatfield's at third, Burnett's at second, Slack's at first. Bases are loaded with 2 outs on the board. As the umpire is conversing. And he's coming out to talk to his pitcher. I guess want to verify they didn't have another mound visit, because 2 mound visits, you got to pull the pitcher if you have 2 in 1 inning. Umpire marks that down when you come out and do a visit. He just wanted to verify that he didn't do a visit. Smart coaching. But let me give you a rundown what's going on here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Logan now up 8-6. We have 2 outs on the board. Bases are loaded. And the hitting machine, Jake Ramey, is up for Logan with 2 outs. I'd like to see him hit another triple like he did down North Carolina. That'd be nice. As we settle in here to resume play. All right, here we go. Hatfield at third. Burnett at second. Slack at first. Ramey steps into the batter's box with bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Here we go. And he hits one foul. Down to third base line, flies it out. Makes it 0-1, so no balls and 1 strike on Jake Ramey.
Go, Jake!
So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Jake Ramey steps in. for the 0-1 pitch.
Come on, Jake, trying to get.
That breaks in there, making it 0-2. So now you got to take a 2-out approach here. Excuse me, a 2-strike approach with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th and bases loaded. Here's the 0-2 to Ramey. Fouls one's off. Stays alive. 0-2. All right, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Logan up 8-6. Bases are loaded. Slack at first, Burnett at second, Hatfield at third. In the box is Jake Ramey. And that's outside. As the catcher drops that one, making it 1-2. No advancement on the runners. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ramey.
Hi, Jake.
The 1-2. That's high, 2-2. Throws down to first, and he's safe. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Jake Ramey here in the top part of the 6th inning. Logan up 8-6 with bases loaded. Again, Slack at first. Jared Burnett at second. Chase Hatfield at third. Jake Ramey in the box. The 2-2. In the dirt, 3-2. All right, you got a full count now with 2 outs. The runners will be moving here.
Come on, Jake. Everybody going. Let's go now.
So everybody should be going right here on the full count pitch with 2 outs and bases loaded.
Go.
And Ramey swings and misses. So Logan's able to get 1 on the board this inning as we're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Logan up 8-6 here at Herbert Hoover High School. You are watching Logan High School baseball on Unlimited with Matt Carter, my YouTube page. I want to thank you for tuning in and watching as we cheer on the Wildcats on the road as well as we do at home. Logan up 8-6 here. Dawson Maynard on the night has 4 RBIs. He has a solo home run, and he had a bases clearing 3 RBI triple back in the 5th inning. So Logan's up 8-6 as we go to the bottom part of the 6th inning, and we will be right back. All right, your in-between entertainment is brought to you by Mark Lowe. As it's disco night here at Herbert Hoover. As me and Kristen Gertz was talking, I think we're going to do some themes maybe. Logan High in the home games. All right, guys, we're ready to start the bottom of the 6th. Logan's up 8-6 here. And coming up for Herbert Hoover is Andrew Rollison, who flew out to left and line drive to short. 0 for 2 on the day. So he looks at ball 1, so 1 ball, no strikes. You got Chad Burnett still on the mound for Logan.
Come on, Chad, get a square ball right here.
That's in the dirt, making it 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes on Andrew Rollison.
Get a square ball right here, Kit.
What's been a really good ball game here at Herbert Hoover High School. 3-0.
Hey, Ellen.
So 3 balls, no strikes on Andrew Rollison to begin the bottom part of the 6th inning. Here's the 3-0 from Burnett. And he misses low. 4 straight pitches. Puts the 8-hole hitter, who's leading off this inning, on with a walk, and that brings up Colin Lindsay, the 9-hole hitter, who was singled and grounded out to second. So now, with no outs, Hoover has a runner
Come on, Jared.
at first, and there's going to be a pitching change here in the bottom part of the 6th inning, as Chad Burnett will exit and enter Jared Burnett on the mound. And as we switch pitchers, I'm going to mute and be right back. All right, we're ready to resume play here in the bottom of the 6th. New pitcher in, Jared Burnett. As Colin Lindsay up to bat for Herbert Hoover with the runner at first. As he bunts it, and that is fair. Maynard on the throw to first, gets by Williamson on the E5. As the runner is safe at third. Hold on a minute. Might be a change here. All right, they rule it a foul. Said he hit it out of the batter's box. All right, so the ruling on the field is he hit the ball out of the batter's box, which is a foul ball. And that makes it 0-1. As the Herbert Hoover fans are none too happy. I couldn't tell from where I was at. All right, 1-1. The bunt is very successful as no one fields. As it popped off and the pitcher unable to get it. So now you got runners at first and second. You got to rule that a hit on the bunt. So runners at first and second with no outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Cole Clendenin coming up, who was struck out twice. I didn't see what he did in the first inning, but as we was having technical difficulties at that time. But either way, first and second, no outs. Shows bunt, misses it, strike one on a nice pitch by Jared Burnett. So no balls, one strike.
Come on, Jared.
The 0-1. As Burnett turns to go to second. No balls, one strike on Cole Clendenin with runners at first and second. Bunt back foul, 0-2, so you got to think the bunt's off now on the 0-2 count with runners at first and second. That's not always the case. Sometimes they still go for it, but if you bunt it foul with 2 outs, it's over. You're struck out. The 0-2 pitch from Burnett. Fouls it back, stays alive, still 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Logan up 8-6. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice pitch by Jared Burnett. Gets the first out of the inning. As Clendenin strikes out. That brings up the third baseman, Landon Bounds, for Herbert Hoover, who has singled and struck out. So with 1 out, runners at first and second for Herbert Hoover. Swing and a miss. As Burnett barreling down and throwing some fastballs here. No balls, 1 strike on Bounds with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And that hits the inside corner, making it 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Bounds. Here's the 0-2 with runners at first and second. Fastball fouls it off, stays alive, still 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes on Landon Bounds. With 1 out on the board, Hoover has runners at first and second. And here's the 0-2 pitch from Burnett. Just misses. That looked good. Either way, it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Bounds. And here's the 1-2 pitch from Burnett. Hits the inside corner, strike 3. 2 outs on the board now as Bounds goes down looking on a nice pitch by Jared Burnett. Puts 2 outs on the board here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Will Bright, who hit a double, he's walked, he's scored 2 runs.
Be ready, right side.
Here comes the first pitch to Bright. Just misses a little low, making it 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs.
No, he should have made it. Make a play. Go, Jared.
That misses, making it 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. on Will Bright. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Burnett. That misses, making it 3-0. So now 3 balls, no strikes on Will Bright with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Here's the 3-2, or excuse me, the 3-0. That's right down the pipe, 3-1. All right, 3 balls, 1 strike here on Will Bright with 2 outs and runners at first and second. As Jared Burnett settles in to deliver the 3-1. That's high. Bases are now loaded with 2 outs. Brings up Nate Gursky,
For the Huskies, the first baseman, number 25.
who was struck out and scored a run.
Gursky.
Come on, guys.
2 outs on the board. Bases are loaded. As Nate Gursky comes to the plate for Herbert Hoover. Here's the pitch from Burnett. Pops that one foul. Making it 0-1. As Booth Davis just got a 3D version of a foul ball right beside him. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Bases are loaded. Here's the 0-1 from Jared Burnett. Man, that just misses. Making it 1-1. That looked pretty good. 1 ball, 1 strike. But he's got a closer look than I do. Here's the 1-1. That's high. Making it 2 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded. We have 2 outs on the board.
Come on, Jared.
Bases are loaded. Here comes the 2-1. That's in the dirt, making it 3-1. Nowhere to put him here. You got 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. I wouldn't be surprised if the take is on here. Here's the 3-1. As Burnett throws over to third, he slides in safely.
Come on, Jared.
All right, 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases loaded. The 3-1 pitch. And that is a foul ball, believe it or not. He dunked to remove himself from being hit by the ball, and the bat stays in the air, and it's a foul ball. So still 3-2.
Come on, Jared. Let's go.
Excuse me, now it's 3-2. Now you got to think runners are going to be going here on the 3-2 pitch from Jared Burnett. Struck him out. No! Oh, wow. Wow. I'll leave my opinions to myself on that. As now your score is 8-7. And with 2 outs, bases are still loaded here in the bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Grant Smith comes to the plate. There's a strike, making it 0-1, so no balls and 1 strike on Grant Smith. Here in the bottom part of the 6th, bases are loaded for Herbert Hoover. That's high. He called a balk on Jared Burnett. That ties the ball game, and bases are still loaded And we have a tie ball game now, 8-8. No, bases are not loaded. I apologize. On the ball, the runners advance. So now you got runners at second and third. No one's on first. Grant Smith with an 0-1 count. And the ball game is tied, 8-8.
Make a play, infield. Somebody knock it down, make a play. Go.
All right, I'll give you the rundown here. Runner at second. Runner at third. 2 outs.
Will the vehicle in right field please turn off your lights?
And we have somebody out there with their lights on.
Thank you.
All right, 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike. On Grant Smith, runners at second and third, tie ball game. That's in the dirt, runners coming home. Ramey tried to block it, but rolled away from him. Now Herbert Hoover's taking the lead, 9-8. Here in the top part of the 6th inning. And your count now is 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike
Come on, Jared.
on Grant Smith. And Hoover has taken the lead. What a catch! I hope I got that. As Maynard caught that. Wow.
Number 6, it's Herbert Hoover 9, Logan 8.
Wow, wow, wow. What a catch by Dawson Maynard. Either way, we got 6 innings in the books. Logan's got to score 1 to keep this thing going. As we head to the top of the 7th inning, Logan's got to have base runners and 1 run to keep this game going. As we head to the top of the 7th, we'll be right back. All right, here we go. Ready to start the top of the 7th inning.
Now, pitching
Logan,
for Hoover, number 7, Brandon Ramos.
as Logan needs 1 run to keep this thing going. New pitcher in, Brandon Ramos for Herbert Hoover High School. As Hoover is able to take the lead in the bottom of the 6th, 9-8. Logan does have 3, 4, 5 coming up.
Leading off for Logan, number 16,
As Maynard comes up, who's got 4 RBIs on the night. I'd love to see him put another one out of here right now and tie this game up real quick. As Maynard steps in, top part of the 7th, Logan's got to get a run here. All right, Maynard steps in to begin the 7th. And he absolutely blisters one. He just, at the fence. He just about knocked it out of here. Oh, my gosh. Man, he caught that right at the fence. Dang it. As Bostic steps in with one out. For strike one. So no balls, one strike on Bostic.
Come on, Corbin.
Who is also capable of putting one out of here as he hit 2 out last night. I'd like to see him put one out right here. Here's the 0-1. And he rips one. That's a gapper. Corbin's rounding first and will stay there. So Logan's got the tying run on here in the top of the 7th with one out. Now Garrett Williamson comes up for Logan with Bostic at first on the single. All right, we got one out here in the top of the 7th inning. Bostic able to get on with the single. And now you have Garrett Williamson stepping in. So the tying run is on. And Garrett Williamson steps to the plate. And that's low and away, making it 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on Garrett Williamson. So the 1-0.
Come on now, G.
1 ball, no strikes on Williamson with 1 out. And Bostic at first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Thought about it. Held off on it. Makes it 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes for Garrett Williamson. 1 out. Top of the 7th. Tying run is at first.
Come on, Garrett.
As Williamson settles in. And he pops one up. Over to the shortstop. And now there are 2 outs on the board. And Connor Lowe comes up. So Logan's got 2 outs here.
Let's go, Connor.
In the top part of the 7th. We need to get Bostic in here to keep this game going. As Connor Lowe steps in with 2 outs. That's high, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on Connor Lowe.
Come on, buddy, go, Lowe.
That's in the dirt, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Connor Lowe.
Let's go, Connor.
Trying to get Bostic in, who singled. He's at first base, and here's the 2-0 pitch to Connor Lowe. That's high. So 3 balls and no strikes. You got to think the take's on here, which would have put Corbin in scoring position with Ryan Roberts on deck for Logan.
Go, Connor Lowe.
And Roberts is 2 for 3 on the night. The 3-0 pitch to Lowe. And he rips one foul as the green light was on, making it 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 3-1. And he rips it. That's a gapper. Bostic is rounding second. Bostic rounding third. No, but he's staying there. So Connor Lowe delivers with a single, and Roberts comes up with Corbin Bostic at third. So Logan's got runners on the corners. So I'll give you the quick rundown real quick. We got 2 outs here. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Connor Lowe is at first. Corbin Bostic is at third. We got 2 outs. Ryan Roberts steps in for Logan. As the breaking ball breaks in there, making it 0-1, so no balls, 1 strike.
Come on, Ryan.
On Ryan Roberts with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Corbin is at third. The tying run is at third. The lead runs at first. And Roberts hits one into the gap. Nice hit, Ryan Roberts.
Good job, Ryan.
As Ryan Roberts just extended this game with a 2-out RBI single. Nice job, Ryan Roberts. This game is tied. 9-9 now here in the top of the 7th. And that brings up Jared Burnett.
Go, Jared.
And we got runners at first and second as Ryan Roberts delivers for Logan High School here with 2 outs for his 3rd hit of the night.
Come on, Jared. Hey, cracking the bat, you're moving.
Nice job, Ryan Roberts. No balls, 1 strike on Jared Burnett.
Come on, Jared.
Runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. That is going to go foul right here, right beside us. That makes it 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Logan with runners at first and second. Just misses. So 1-2 now on Jared Burnett with runners at first and second. The 1-2 to Burnett. And he rips a single. And it gets by the right fielder. Connor Lowe scores. Here comes Ryan Roberts around to score. 2 runs have scored as Jared Burnett delivers on a 2 RBI hit here in the top of the 7th. As Logan's bats have come alive here in the top of the 7th. As Logan now takes an 11-9 lead here. As Jared Burnett, the senior, delivers big time. 2 back-to-back clutch hits by Logan High School. Ryan Roberts hit him 1 to tie it up. Jared Burnett ripping 1 out of there, scoring 2. Logan's up 11-9 here in the top of the 7th. As Joey Canterbury comes in to hit for Logan. Now, Burnett is at third. That's going to be ruled a single, an advancement on the error in the outfield. But Canterbury sits in with a runner at third. Swings and misses, strike 1. So 0-1.
Let's go, Joe.
On Joey Canterbury. That's in the dirt, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the top part of the 7th.
Come on, Joey.
Come on, Jojo.
It's high and inside, making it 2-1. Logan able to come back here in the top part of the 7th as they put 3 runs on the board here to take an 11-9 lead. As Joey looks at the 2-1, he hits a ground ball toward third. On the stop by third, safe. RBI single. by Joe Canterbury. And what a hustle of a play by Joey Canterbury. That makes it 12-9. As Canterbury hit a hard shot toward third and hustled to beat out the throw. Logan up 12-9 now. And we're back at the top of the lineup here with Aiden Slack.
Running for Logan, number 7.
As Carson Kirk comes in to run, which that's his batting position.
All right, Carson, you got to do your job, Joey.
All right.
Come on, Carson.
Go Slack.
Come on, Aiden.
We got a runner at first, 2 outs. As Logan has put 4 runs on the board. Kirk goes. Here's the throw. Gets by him, but no advancement. So now Logan again with a runner in scoring position. And Slack at the plate with a 1-0 count.
Come on now, Slack.
All right, Logan's got 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. A runner at second. And here's the pitch to Slack as he hits a ground ball toward short. Fielded cleanly, threw over to first. He's safe. Kirk will come around to score. Logan's up 13-9. As Slack is able to beat it out. As he gets his second hit of the night. And Logan's able to put 5 runs on the board this inning.
Go, Jake.
All right, Jake Ramey comes up for Logan as every batter is batted. As this is the 9th batter of the inning. Ramey up the middle, fielded by the second baseman over on the 4-3.
Good job, guys. Let's go.
And on the ground's out, but Logan does their job. They are going to the bottom of the 7th with a 13-9 lead. What a ball game here at Herbert Hoover High School. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, Logan's up 13-9. We'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the bottom of the 7th inning here at Herbert Hoover High School. As Logan is trying to get out of here with the victory as they are up 13-9. As pitched right down the middle for strike 1. Up to bat for Hoover is Ryan Beasley. No, Ryan Beasley is not batting. It's 1-1. As number 3 is in pinch hitting. Canterbury, and on the 1-3, Logan has one out.
Here's another ground ball, 1-4. Let's go now, 1-4.
Now batting for the Huskies, number 20, Caleb Hackney.
All right, Hackney comes up for Herbert Hoover.
Yeah, boy. Let's go, Jared. There you go. Now let's go.
Strike one.
Let's go, that ball, 1-4.
Ground ball toward third. Maynard over on the 5-3. 2 outs.
Now batting for the Huskies, the pitcher, number 7, Brandon Ramos.
Hey, lead it out.
Come on, Jared.
4 on, 2 out.
Come on now, Jared. Yeah. Come on, Jared. Guys, be ready.
There's your ball game. Logan gets out of here with victory, 13-9. I'm sitting here figuring out the players of the game here. All these boys were hitting. As tonight's players of the game that I am going to go with, I'm going to go with 3. I am going to go with Ryan Roberts, who hit 3 for 4 tonight and had the game-tying single. We're going to go with Dawson Maynard as the lead player of the game, as he homered and tripled and had 4 RBIs. And Jared Burnett, who had the lead run hit in the top of the 7th and pitched his way to a victory here tonight as well, as he helped his own cause. So your players of the game are Jared Burnett, Ryan Roberts, and Dawson Maynard. I will interview them live here shortly on Facebook. Well, thank you for tuning in. Logan gets a big victory here at Herbert Hoover tonight by a final score 13.